Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to English with Lena. A long time no see. Well, I hope you guys are all doing well and all healthy. So, thank you very much for still sticking to my channel. My beloved viewers who are still watching my video now. And I know that it has been quite a long time since my last video and this one. I have a small project that I am doing. I hope that I can share it with you guys soon. And I will share with you guys more about the direction of this channel and the kind of content that I'm going to do from now on at the end of this video. Okay, so let's get back to the main idea of today, which is how to prepare, how to study by yourself for the IELTS listening session. So first, you must set a schedule that you can follow. All right. Let's say if you have a lot of time now, if now is your summer holiday, let's say you can spend 6 to 8 hours per day studying. But let's be real, the majority of us have to revise for the test when we are studying or working. So the thing is, realistically, we can spend around 30 minutes to 2 hours per day to prepare for the test. That will give us 3 to 14 hours per week altogether. Please check out my other video related to creating a study schedule so you will know more about this. Second point is to create a realistic goal that goes hand in hand with your schedule above. And how long do you want to achieve that goal really? 1 month, 6 months, or a year, right? So all of that will then decide the intensity of your schedule, okay? So next point is that you should do a practice test first before you even start this intensive training. The reason why is because you have like a reference point. So later on, after 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, you can compare to where was your starting point. Well, like I say, I highly recommend this because otherwise you're gonna lose that reference point. Another thing is that I only recommend you start practicing IELTS listening by yourself if you have reached minimum of 4.0 in this session, because anything below that, I would highly recommend you to actually improve your English ability and your listening ability first before you do the this training. So, what book should you use to practice? I would highly recommend Cambridge books in general. The first series that I recommend is the Complete IELTS series. There are 3 books. Accordingly, there will be 3 levels. The first one is 4 to 5, the second one is 5 to 6.5, and the last one is 6.5 to 7.5. All right, so again, like I have mentioned before, you will do a practice test, like a trial test at the beginning, and then you can assess your level, and then you can pick the book. You're starting from 4, 5, or 6.5. That's where you should go first. So the way that you should use this book and really utilize this book and get the most out of it, there will be 6 steps that I'm going to show you. If you follow it, you can actually improve your listening skill rather than just listen again and again and receiving the same score all over. Because the test is actually a measuring tool to measure really your ability, right? So if your ability is not improved, then it's gonna reflect the same score. So right, without further ado, let's get into it. The 6 steps. I hope that the way I explain it, you can understand it well. If there are some confusion, please, you are more than welcome to write down your confusion in the comment section. All right. So first is the initial listening stage. You only listen one time. Yeah, only one time for this, and then you check your answer. The second step, you check your answer. So you will tick which one is correct, you make a tick, maybe something is wrong, you give it a cross, but don't write down the correct answer yet. The third step, you find new words. So you try to go on the dictionary, like online website, or if some of you still use a paper dictionary, more than welcome. So you find the new words and then you make note of it. Yeah, all of the new words on the listening part. And then after that, the fourth step, you listen again. You try to listen again 3 to 5 times until you are confident with your answer. And then moving on to the fifth one, you check your answer for the second time. In this stage, now you can write down the correct answers. Yeah, hopefully there will not be many of them left. There will not be many of the wrong answer left. And then the last step, so now you are left with some of the answer. After you listen 3 to 5 times, you can understand it thoroughly, which is excellent. All right, that's your ability. You try to again, okay, I cannot listen one time, I will listen again and again until I can understand it. But be aware that after you listen to it 3 to 5 times, the score at that point, it does not reflect your IELTS score, right? Only the first time that you listen in the first stage, you listen one time and you check your answer, that will be close to your IELTS score. Just be aware of that. So come back to step 5 and 6. So at this point in step 5, you have written down the correct answers. That means after 3 to 5 times of listening, there are still, let's say, a few questions left that you cannot find the answer, or you still find a wrong answer. Then at this time, you know the correct answer, don't just leave it there. What you should do in step 6 is you should listen again, but this time you will open the transcript, read the transcript and listen at the same time and try to capture exactly where is the correct answer that you try to listen so many times. And now when you read the transcript, when you listen to the audio, finally you can find it. All right, that's how you can improve. So how about the legendary IELTS Cambridge book that you have 18 books in that series? All right, so you should practice it, but I would highly recommend you practice the other series first, complete IELTS, and then you move on to practice with IELTS Cambridge, the 18 book series. Just one thing is that the Cambridge books 1 to 5, they are no longer up to date with the current test format. So you should not practice with them. Only if you run out of material, then yeah, it's fine. But just bear in mind that especially the listening format for these books are very different from the one that we are doing nowadays. You still have plenty of other books from 6 to 18 to practice from. Last but not least, I always recommend you to watch shows or TV programs or some movies or TV series to really improve your listening skills, because that really was one of the way how I improved my listening skills, not just for IELTS but for daily conversation. First, at least you should spend 5 hours per week. So you can spend 1 hour per day or 2 hours per day or half an hour on other dates. It really depends on you, but personally I find that you need to have at least 5 hours of watching all of these kind of shows to really truly improve your ability. So first, there are some family-friendly shows I'm not sure it's really family-friendly, but for someone like me, I really like to watch that kind of shows like Modern Family, Friends, and again, I'm a big fan of cartoons, so I would watch shows like Family Guy, Rick and Morty, The Amazing World of Gumball. But be careful with the language, don't watch them with your children. Next, I love anime. The word big fan is not enough. So you should watch anime. If you are a fan like me, not in Japanese. Well, of course, if you want to practice Japanese and improve your Japanese skills, then yeah, go for it. But we're talking about trying to improve English ability. So you should watch it with English dub, not English sub. If you try to listen to Japanese and only read the English words on the screen, how can you improve your listening skills? Yeah, maybe reading, yes, maybe somewhat, and vocabulary, but not listening. So some of the anime I would recommend are Violet Evergarden, Blue Period, My Happy Marriage, and the classic Naruto. The next animes, they have sensitive graphic, so be aware. I have warned you. Like Tokyo Ghoul and Demon Slayer, they are all phenomenal. The next show is TED. So you know that this is a very good platform for you to learn and for you to know more about not just one field, but a variety of fields. And they are taught in a very academic, in a very professional way. Yeah. That can deliver you a lot of information, and if you find it intriguing, then go for it and listen to it every day. Some of the TV programs that I would recommend are America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, Ellen Show, The Late Late Show, and maybe What Would You Do? I mean, any shows that you find on YouTube here, or any show that you find on your TV channels that is in English and you find interesting, stick to it. Maybe there are some discoveries like natural world kind of shows, they're quite interesting as well. Thank you very much for watching this video, and again, like I have mentioned before, to my dearest supporters, viewers throughout the years, I am truly grateful for you still sticking with me and still watching my video today. So the content of this channel from now on will be about IELTS, TOEIC, and conversational English, and some other topics that's still related to English. But I try to diversify my range of videos so that you can enjoy watching my video more. Like I have mentioned, I have a small project. I've been working on it for the past 2 years, and hopefully I can share it with you guys soon. And again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for keep supporting me. See you in my next video. Bye for now.